Every single time you unlock your smartphone, type a prompt into an artificial intelligence model, or browse the internet, you are using technology that trace back to a single, extraordinary mind. A mind that pulled the world out of its darkest hour, only to be utterly destroyed by the very country he saved. This is the tragic, mind-bending true story of Alan Turing, the man who engineered the future, defeated the Nazis, and was systematically broken by a secret his government refused to forgive. To understand his impact, we have to travel back to the year 1939. The world was on the brink of collapse. The German military was tearing across Europe, orchestrated by an invisible weapon that the Allies could not touch, the Enigma machine. This electromechanical device scrambled military radio messages into seemingly random gibberish. The math behind the Enigma was terrifying. It had over 150 million possible combinations. To make matters worse, the Germans changed the settings at exactly midnight, every single night. If you were trying to crack the code by hand, you had exactly 24 hours to check billions of settings before the clock struck midnight, the slate was wiped clean, and the impossible puzzle reset. British intelligence believed Enigma was completely unbreakable. They were wrong. They just hadn't met Alan Turing yet. Deep inside a top-secret country estate called Bletchley Park, a young, eccentric Cambridge mathematician named Alan Turing looked at the problem differently. He realized that a human mind could never think fast enough to beat the Enigma. If a machine was generating the code, only a machine could break it. Turing designed a massive, humming contraption of electromagnetic gears and rotors called the bomb. While others doubted him, Turing's machine scanned through thousands of Enigma combinations every second, searching for tiny flaws in the German messages. When it finally succeeded, the Allies didn't just crack a code, they gained a direct window into the minds of the Nazi High Command. Historians estimate that Turing's work shortened World War II by up to 2 full years, effectively saving more than 14 million lives. He was a national hero. But because of the extreme secrecy of wartime intelligence, no one could know what he had done. His triumph had to remain completely classified. When the war ended, Turing didn't stop. He turned his focus to a radical question that most scientists of the era laughed at: can machines think? In 1950, decades before the first modern computer was ever built, Turing published a groundbreaking paper that laid the theoretical blueprint for artificial intelligence. He proposed a test, now known as the Turing test. He argued that if a human interacting with a hidden machine could not tell the difference between the computer and a real person, the machine had achieved true intelligence. He wasn't just predicting the future, he was actively designing it. But as Turing was sketching out the digital world we live in today, his own world was about to shatter. In 1952, Turing's house was burglarized. While reporting the crime to the police, it was discovered that Turing was in a relationship with another man. At the time, homosexuality was a severe criminal offense in the United Kingdom. Instead of being treated as the war hero who saved millions, the British government put Alan Turing on trial. He was convicted of gross indecency. Given a choice between prison or chemical castration through forced hormone injections, Turing chose the injection so he could continue his research. The hormones ravaged his body, caused severe depression, and stripped him of his security clearance. The state he protected turned him into an outcast. On June 7, 1954, at just 41 years old, Alan Turing was found dead in his bed, having died of cyanide poisoning. Next to his bed lay a half-eaten apple. While it took the British government over half a century to issue a formal royal pardon for his treatment, his true monument isn't made of stone. It is made of silicon, code, and every digital screen on Earth. Alan Turing proved that a machine could learn, think, and solve the impossible. The ultimate irony is that the very platform you are using to watch this video right now exists because of his genius. Could you imagine what the world would look like today if Alan Turing had been allowed to finish his work? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you believe history's greatest minds deserve to have their full stories told, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We have many more deep dive documentaries on the way. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next file.